All right, what is happening, everyone? This is Tanveer Syed, and I'm bringing you my thoughts on the recently concluded Bangladesh versus Afghanistan ODI series. I've watched, a pretty good amount of the third ODI. Well, at least the first innings. I've seen bits and pieces of the second innings. But my thoughts basically, first thing is things return, you know, back to normal, if you will. Because we all know that the first ODI, if Bangladesh played like Bangladesh, and if Afghanistan played a bit better, the match would have been a bit more decisive. But credit to Afghanistan, and also a bit of indictment on Bangladesh's batting. But then again, they was just coming back from like 11-month hiatus. Second ODI, credit to Afghanistan, they have actually bowled pretty well and restricted Bangladesh to that low total. And Afghanistan ended up winning that match. So credit to Afghanistan. Third ODI, Bangladesh probably said, you know what, fun time's over. And Afghanistan decided not to show up. I'm sorry, how can you drop all those catches? I'm like, maybe it's just the big situation jitters that this is perhaps their first, bilateral ODI tour against the full test playing nation, and considering that this nation was ranked number 7, this is a big deal for Afghanistan, and maybe the big jitters, big moment jitters, sort of got to them. Even someone like a Stanek Zai. So because if you look at the match, look at how many catches they dropped. Look at how many bad balls they have delivered. Look at all the misfield. Oh my God, the misfielding, man! It was atrocious. It was atrocious. Dude, at one point you could see the desperation where, I think Mohammad Shahzad was the wicket keeper. He was appealing LBW for wides that are down leg side. If it's a wide down leg side, how can it be LBW? Now, even if the ball hits the pad, the trajectory is taking the ball away from the stumps. So how can that be LBW? Okay, so you could see the sense of desperation there, and this was a perfect scenario for people like Mashraf Murtaza and Taim Iqbal to finally get back to figuring out what made them so good. Musharraf Hussain had a pretty good comeback with the ball. With the bat, you could see that people wanted him to get out and actually cheered when he got out. You could see that. But with the ball, a pretty good comeback for Musharraf Hussain Rubel. But yeah, Afghanistan. If the positive to take home from Afghanistan is they have, I won't say a good a good legit bowling lineup. I'll say they have a respectable bowling lineup, because they just need to. Not some of them. They need to work on a lot of the subtle nuances. Not some of them. A lot of the subtle nuances, how to consistently bowl, in good angles, how to bowl with an attacking feel. If you've seen the Stanek Zai was not attacking enough. I'm sorry, because there were a lot of edges. Stanek Zai was not attacking enough, and this is another problem. With Afghanistan, I think a good side of Afghanistan did not show up, because in a way I was kind of disappointed. I'm like, come on, man, 134 all out. I'm like, okay, kudos to Bangladesh and kudos to Mashraf Murtaza and all that. I've seen the wicket Mashraf Murtaza got. Damn, he still got it, son. He still got it. Did you see that end cutter? Did you see that off cutter? Damn. But yeah, 130, at least 170, 180, at least with a margin less than 100 runs, there would have been a bit more acceptable. But not acceptable. It would have been a bit more pleasing to see because I want Afghanistan to succeed. But as it stands right now, yes, I won't say Afghanistan they have nowhere to go but up because they've shown they can go down as well. But this could be a very important learning experience for for Afghanistan. And like very important learning experience for Afghanistan in order for like making other teams take them a bit more seriously in a more consistent basis. So Afghanistan, like their bowling did not let them down that much. Their batting let them down, and their fielding let them down. Look at all three matches. The fielding was not good. Bangladesh finally, Bangladesh decided to show up. Although I'll say, please get rid of Shammo Sarkar. I don't know what the selectors see in Shammo Sarkar in his current form right now, because you have some big series coming up. I mean, I think if we beat England in the ODI series, and yeah, I know some people might call it a long shot, and in a way, yes, it is a long shot, but stranger things have happened in ODI cricket. Stranger things have happened in cricket. And don't forget, Bangladesh are now on a winning streak in terms of series wins at home. They're on a winning streak. So if Bangladesh can carry the momentum and manage to beat England in the ODI series, Bangladesh might end up being number 6 in the ICC rankings. If Bangladesh end up being number 6 in the ICC rankings, believe me, I'll be a very, very happy camper. And as for England, the England squad is in Bangladesh, by the way, so the matches pretty much will happen, barring some disaster. The matches will happen, which I presume. But other than that, we will see how our how the bowling lineup looks. Maybe Musharraf Hossain Rubel is actually retained. Okay, my suggestion: drop Shammo Sarkar and bring in Mahmudullah. Put Mahmudullah up there, drop Shammo Sarkar, and bring in someone else. Bring in Rubel Hossain. That's what I'd recommend. So guys, I would like to know what your recommendations are for Bangladesh moving into this England ODI tour. I will try and the first game is on Friday. I will try and cover that game to as much detail as I can. I will try. No guarantees. I will try. But anyways, that's about it. I'm looking forward to comments and suggestions. This is MC Tam on the side. Signing out, and do follow me on Twitter at TanTiger01.